Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News with me, Katira King. When it comes to your personal style, you can get away with almost anything. After all, who's to say you can't wear whatever you want, whenever you want, right? But there are a few fashion faux pas we think every girl should try to avoid. From leaving the house with a wrinkly blouse to squeezing into a pair of shoes that are a size too small. Today on Our Take, we discuss what not to do in your quest to live a truly stylish life. And who better to be joined by than the ever-fashionable Ezinez Chinkata and the super-stylish Labe Daniel. Ladies, how do we know if we're accidentally committing one of these fashion faux pas? First of all, is this a fashion faux pas? Because all three of us are in black. What's going on? It's supposed to be a colourful, enjoying, ready for the weekend. Why are we all in black, ladies?
Does this count as
No,
colourful?
not really. No. What was going through your head when you picked your outfit this morning?
Honestly, what was going through my head? Nothing.
And you?
I told you already.
Well, tell me again.
TV, clean, no prints, simple.
Okay, shall I
When
tell you
in
what was
doubt,
going through
wear-
my head? Versace, honey. Okay, so let's talk fashion faux pas. Tell me about 5, let's start with the first thing that you think every woman should do and every woman should try and avoid.
Okay, so now I'm quite liberal with fashion because I feel like if you like it, then why not?
If you like it, I love it.
Yes. But I feel like every woman should understand their body type.
Yes, that is a big one.
Very important.
Okay.
So every woman should know where she falls. Am I pear-shaped? Am I an apple? Am I an hourglass? And then dress to highlight what they would like to
Accentuate.
and then hide
I think
what
that's
they
so
need to.
important as well, because you find that a lot of women sometimes wear revealing clothes, and I don't think there's anything wrong with revealing clothes. I mean, you know, I love a revealing outfit here and there. But I do think that you've got to be intentional and appropriate with where you wear some of these pieces to. So, for example, you're not exactly going to go in a cutout top to a job interview, you know,
church, yeah.
or to church, exactly. And you might not necessarily want to wear a turtleneck to the club, for example. So I think it's being very intentional about what you're wearing where.
Appropriate, yeah.
Yes. And then also, along those lines, it's what you were saying about dressing for your body type. So you don't want to inevitably end up flashing too much because you're wearing a top that's a size too small, you know?
Not even about flashing too much. It's about wearing what doesn't flatter you. Yeah, so you have to, like, dressing up is almost like a game of painting. You can wear something to hide something and then wear something to showcase something. So it's about hiding and showing.
It's like highlighting and contouring for the body.
It's very easy, and once you understand where you stand, then you know, okay, this blouse would hide this.
Yes.
This pants would
So
highlight
like, you know,
that.
high-waisted trousers, hiding a muffin top, for example, and accentuating your nice upper body and your lovely elongated legs.
You know it all.
I should be a
True.
fashion stylist. So look at this. We can see on screen now, we've got prints on prints. Now, this used to be a fashion faux pas way back in the day. You were not supposed to mix your prints. But this has become a really fun, flirty way of dressing. And you are one of the proponents of this style of dressing. Talk to me about this printastic mode of dressing.
Prints and prints, my God. Firstly, prints for the more classic fashion people, the guys not very keen on taking risks. I would say if you want to go on the print on print trend, then you keep it simple or you keep it safe. What that means is you can do like a blue check.
Okay.
And the print on top as well would have like similar colors.
Right.
So even though there are two prints, they're not
So
very
not too far apart from each
Yeah.
other.
Right.
So not like the first picture we saw where we had a multicolored Ankara in one section and then the totally opposite color wheel Ankara.
I think there's some things that only she can get away with. I mean, there's some things only you can get away with. Because there's some things you put together and you're like, how? And you look lovely. I think that is just...
But then isn't that what it is? It's what she touched on earlier, which is confidence. Having the confidence to carry it off. So she said her mother might sometimes say, you might want to take that off, girl. It don't look too good. And she's like, no, I like it. I love it.
But Trisha, confidence is very attractive.
Confidence is key.
But I actually think it goes. So that's it. What makes you confident is actually believing you like what you see.
Absolutely.
So I actually think those prints go.
What? Yeah, who's to say
they're
they
on you,
don't?
because they're on you, I think it goes too. However, if I saw somebody else, I'd be like,
It's like a little connection.
What are you doing?
Exactly,
What's that?
exactly,
Why are you wearing that one? That's
exactly.
one. But you know, I truly believe that when it comes to fashion, there are no true mistakes.
Yeah.
I just think that there are certain things that you should avoid because we're the ones that have to look at you. So like, please help us, help our eyes. You know, we do not want to see muffin tops squeezing over trousers that are a size too small or toenails hanging out of shoes that are 3 sizes too small. Sometimes we don't want to see clashing prints as well, isn't it?
Fashion prints work. They work always.
So in terms of other fashion mistakes that people make, let's talk about the lower regions. So jeans. Now, what are our thoughts on jeans? Because anyone that knows me knows that I don't wear jeans.
I actually, now that you mentioned, I've never seen you in a
I
pair
don't
of
know.
jeans
I think you would look
ever.
amazing in jeans.
Of course I would. I look amazing in everything.
No, but
That's
why,
not the point.
why don't you wear jeans though?
You know, it's nothing like, I don't have an answer for it. I just don't like them. They're very constricting. And I don't like the lack of movement in them. They're both looking at me like I'm
Question is,
crazy.
what kind of jeans?
Jeans,
Because
jeans,
there's
denim
there's-
jeans.
No, because there's like 1,041 types of jeans.
agree.
I'm well aware. I don't like
What
them.
would you say your personal
I'll
style
wear
is?
jeggings, but I wouldn't wear jeans.
So what would you say your personal style is?
I would say my personal style is rather glamorous, rather bohemian, and very eclectic.
You can get jeans that
I
fall
know I
into
can.
that.
I don't like them, is the point.
Then fair enough.
So what about the women that wear jeans who do like them, but perhaps maybe pick jeans that don't necessarily flatter your figure? So like you said, there are 1,001 different types of jeans, but not everyone is supposed to wear every single type. So not every single person can get away with wearing skinny leg jeans. Not every single person should wear flares, particularly if you've got a wider upper region and you're looking to slim it out. So as the expert on this panel, talk to us about the different types of body shapes and the things that we should avoid and things that we should look towards.
Okay. Okay, so like, is that with jeans or just
Anything
generally?
you want, honey, because we will rip you to pieces when we hear something we don't agree with.
Okay, so I'll talk about a few body types. I try not to box it in body types,
Okay.
but okay. So the hourglass figure is the figure
That's
everyone.
like the most coveted body
Yeah.
type.
Yes,
That's
it's
what
like
we all want.
everyone is trying to edit to be an hourglass.
Yes.
Most people are. So the hourglass figure has like the narrow waist, curved out hips, and 36, 26, 36.
Ah, those are the measurements.
Yeah, but not exactly that. But an hourglass is obviously hippie and a well-defined waist and nice shapely legs, and they can get away with almost anything.
Yes.
However, sometimes they have to be careful because they come across as too sexy. So you have to, hourglass figure, it looks nice when they wear things that narrows at the waist, like a belt, or else sometimes if they wear boxy clothes, they look shapeless.
Boxy.
Yeah, they look boxy. But now, to be honest, like I said, I don't really like boxing those rules because you might also wear a boxy dress and you carry it well and you're an hourglass.
Well,
but the general rules.
If the actual motive is to look boxy in a boxy dress, like a shift dress perhaps, then that's fine.
Yeah, then obviously it depends if you're an hourglass, and it depends, are you a short hourglass or are you a tall hourglass? All those things matter. And then it also depends on where proportions. You have to understand where it hits you, because an hourglass might wear a boxy dress and it's short, then it doesn't look bad. And then if you're not too tall and you wear a boxy dress and it shortens your length. So it's really about
Very important.
looking
yes.
at the mirror and understanding your proportions and saying this or not this, you know,
Okay, let's
editing it.
move on slightly because we are running out of time, and this is one subject that I really want to get to: weddings. We are Owambe crazy in Nigeria. We go to a wedding, like 5 different weddings over the course of one weekend. Weddings, 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 weddings. Is it right to wear black to a wedding, ladies?
Do you know I wore that to a
I
wedding?
mean, because black is your favorite color and you wear it everywhere.
Okay, so I wore black. Yeah, I've worn black to weddings. I didn't even know it was
A few
black.
different times.
I didn't think I liked black that much. I believe that you can wear black to a wedding.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
Because
Is it the black? That's the colour you wear to go and mourn. Are you mourning the sanctity of my
Couture,
union?
no.
How very dare you?
You're being dramatic.
Of course.
No.
Trump's my middle name.
Black doesn't have to be solemn.
Right.
It depends on how you style it. Like, I don't look solemn in that black outfit. There's
Just
the,
because you're smiling doesn't
no,
make you look
there's
any
the-
less solemn.
there's the fun red hats.
I mean, if you change that red fascinator to a black one, you would be walking down a funeral procession.
But I didn't change it. It's all in the details.
Okay, I'll
So the
accept
red
that.
took it, and then the black there, it was like an eyelet lace, so it was a bit transparent,
beautiful.
and it did not feel solemn. And then that wedding was in Miami, so.
So do you think sometimes the location
Yeah.
of the wedding also assists in what you're wearing and when you're wearing it?
Yes, of course. Sometimes there are beach weddings, late night weddings. You have
very
to
true.
decide on where
So what
you're
about
going.
wearing white to a wedding? Is this acceptable? Wait, let's hear from Labo.
No. No, for me, and it really has nothing to do with personal style. For me, it's more of an etiquette. I mean,
Yes.
like, let the bride shine.
Shine.
It's bad enough everybody's all fully made up. It's bad enough everyone is looking
But
all
what if
nice
I
and
wear
glam.
like an amazing dress that rivals the bride's dress in like a very light shade of lilac?
That's fine.
Then I'm not letting her
That's
shine.
fine.
But it's not white.
No, but
so it's
that-
acceptable?
No, but that's acceptable, I
The
think.
bride should make sure you don't rival her.
Oh, okay, yes.
That's her problem. But lilac, white, I agree. I can remember once my friend was getting married and I saw this amazing white dress and I was like, can I? She's like, hell no. So black, you can do any color, but white, you might have to be a bit respectful to the
Really?
bride.
Okay.
But I can't say I won't do it.
I mean, I honestly
You
feel like...
not that,
I
it's
think
not that
you're wearing
deep.
white to the next wedding, just
Do you
because
know
of what we
what?
just
I've
said.
never been to a wedding.
That's
What?
sad.
Is that weird?
No.
I've never been to a wedding.
You have no friends?
I don't have any friends.
No.
Clearly.
I can see why.
Because I would wear white to their wedding. Oh, good grief. Okay, moving swiftly on before she shades me any further. Now, talking about trends, we experience a lot of trends over the course of the year. You've got your seasonal trends, you've got your makeshift trends, you've got your fashionable trends, you've got your tacky trends. Is it acceptable to follow every single trend that comes onto your radar?
Of course not.
Why?
Well, speaking, I'm not a trend follower. I make trends.
Trendsetter.
Well, I guess you subconsciously follow trends because at a stage it will be what will be in the stores, but you also have to identify what trend is for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
very important.
So you can't be
what do
all
you
over
think?
the place.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm a classic girl.
Yeah.
So there's some
We can
trends I would
see.
I would not even touch. Like I will.
Like what?
I'm trying to think. Those what's it called? Those jeans that are ripped jeans.
Okay, distressed
won't-
jeans.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
But there's some gentle rips.
Why always trying to convince us? We don't like jeans on the
I
morning
will,
show,
I will
okay?
not do that. I will not.
I
do
believe that
those.
there's
I will
in
not do
every
those.
trend, there's a spectrum that can be for you.
We have heads, we don't want
Like,
Okay, so my last one to talk about is brands. What about being a hashtag brand snob? Is that acceptable? Is that a fashion faux pas? If you were one of those people that says, oh, I only wear shoes from Gucci, darling, I can't wear anything else. Is that, how fashionably faux pas-ish is that?
I mean, for me, I hate tight clothes. So they're brands that their clothes are extremely bodycon.
Hervé Léger.
I will not. I don't touch. I
Right.
don't touch brands like that.
So it's acceptable or it's unacceptable or it's however you feel to be a
yeah.
brand snob.
Everything is acceptable. Katura, I'm trying to get that
She
across.
said that like 1,041 times.
Everything is acceptable.
You know what? Next time we're gonna bring Esme back on with somebody who has horrific fashion sense. And I'm gonna see how acceptable you think it is then.
It's acceptable if she feels great.
Whatever.
Thou
I'm
shalt
ending
not
this show.
judge. But for brands, I believe that there's almost... What was your question?
Being a brand snob.
If you're a brand snob, you must be able to afford... You know, people lie to themselves.
Right.
That's the problem. But a brand snob, well, it's up to you to be a brand snob.
Yeah.
You're open to be...
I also feel
But I
like
think
in
I
terms of
almost feel
brands,
like... Okay, go on.
You know when you've got like the big MS belts and like the F stamped, mono stamped Fendi tops and whatever. I feel like that's a little bit too ostentatious. But subtle branding, why not? You know, the different brands of a Louis Vuitton, yes, okay, cool. But all that monogramming everywhere, I think it's just slightly tacky to me.
Yeah, but it's also a lot of music people do that. It depends on what you stand for.
New money, honey.
It depends on what you stand for. So like it goes with personalities as well. Some people really want to be seen out there, like larger than life personalities. Then that would work for them. You probably would not like that. Monograms all over. Even though I think you may carry it off, but it just
We've been over
for
this.
like
I can carry off anything.
maybe for a themed party. Yeah, but
So last thoughts, final take on fashion. Fashion faux pas, do's and don'ts. Leave us with one piece of advice for both angles.
don'ts or do's?
Both.
Oh, I don't do don'ts.
Then
Okay,
do's.
two do's.
Go on.
Make sure you have the right underwear.
That's a very good one. Number 2.
Number 2, every lady should have a nicely cut black dress.
Very, very good.
Can I do one more?
Okay, all right, yes, sure.
A classic white shirt goes a long way.
Yes, I like that.
Don'ts. Okay, let me do one to make you happy.
Go on then.
You see, I can't even think
Girl, you
of
better
any.
hurry up.
Wear clashing prints. It's fun.
And that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thanks once again to my beautifully fashionable guests, Ozohu Ado and Ezinne Chinkata, for joining me, Katira King. And of course, thanks to you at home for watching. From my entire team and I here in Lagos, all that's left for me to say is enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day. Goodbye.